Hello everyone, welcome to this fifth video on Excel. In this video, we'll start using formulas. We'll start with a few basic formulas. In the previous videos, we have seen how we can do conditional formatting to our data to highlight few important things, how we can use filters to actually answer a few basic questions without even applying any formula on our data, just by filtering for the right set of records. But in this video, we'll start with applying formulas, and we'll cover these five functions, which are very basic, everyone should know. Now, here, just before even applying this formula, other way to look at some of these numbers, like some of a few records, etc., just by selecting those values. So here, for example, column D, we have, I'll select this second row, and then I'll press shift and I'll click on the sixth row. So these all these values, these five values are selected. And at the bottom you can see you have a few numbers. You have average, count, and sum. So if you just want to quickly check the sum of a few values, you just need to select them and you'll get these numbers at the bottom. And if I click on this menu, this bar here, you can see you have this average, count, numerical count, minimum, maximum, and sum. All these are present. If I select max as well, actually I can see it here at the bottom itself, minimum as well. So that is also available. So you can actually uh, make it by default as well, that you want to see all these five values whenever you select a few values on your sheet. Okay. Now, if you want to add these daily new cases and you want to get a total, maybe just below the sixth row, in the seventh row, so you select this cell, double click, and then you use equal to. You will start any formula with equal to, then you will write sum. So you can see below that it shows sum. What does sum do? It adds numbers. Now you open the bracket and then you can enter the numbers which you want to add. Okay, so here and in Excel, actually I can write all these numbers in commas, this 17355248700267740, and there also I'll get the sum. But generally we don't do like that in Excel. We refer to cells. So we'll refer to all these cells here. So once I select and drag it down, it selects this range from D2 to D6. So from D2 to D6, you see at the top, you can see even that it comprises of these numbers 17355248700 and 26740. So rather than writing those numbers, we can just select these numbers and we can enter, and then we got this. Now it converted to red because this conditional formatting which we discussed last time, it's applying here. But to change that, what we can do, this is a format button at format painter. So this cell which is not formatted at all, I'll click here, I'll click on format button, and then I'll click here. So it changes to just the default kind of format which was there. I didn't do any conditional formatting there. So this is the sum. Now we want to get the count. So again, in the same way, if I click on this cell, then I'll start with equal to sign and then count. So it count numbers. So again, you got it in the description as well. So if I again select all this and enter, I'll get 5. And similarly, this is count of numbers. So even if I include something else, it will not count. It will only count numbers here. And then I can actually drag this formula here as well. So everywhere actually I can see the count is 5, but this sum which I have calculated here, if I just click on, I mean select this, the right side, and drag it to the right, this formula actually applies everywhere else as well. So these, I'll just write it as total. So this is the row for total because we are summing. Okay, and I'll change the color so that it looks different from the all other rows. So here the sum of these active cases is this cumulative death count. It does not make sense, but yeah, some of this is this, and daily new death. Some of this is 158. So like that, and this we have. So I'll just rename it to sum. Now we have count, and then if you want to do average. So if you want to calculate average, here again I'll double click, start with equal to, then there are a few other versions of average as well. We'll cover them in the later videos. And if I select all this, again I'll get the average, and I can drag this everywhere else as well. So these are the average values. Again, we are getting this formatting, which is actually getting copied everywhere. So I'll remove the formats from here as well, from everywhere. Okay. Now min and max. So let's do min equal to min this is 0. Here it is 17692, which is the minimum here. Here it is 176708. Here it is 0. And max also we can calculate. So max would be this, and I'll drag this formula. Here the max is 1938567. Here it is 1026646, and here it is 90. Now again, let's quickly check. So average generally is equal to sum divided by count. Okay, and now we have both these numbers here. We have the sum and the count. So we can calculate this here like this as well. So we have sum divided by count. So you see, it would match exactly the same. Okay. So this way also we can calculate average. If we have those two numbers, sum and count, we can calculate average like this as well. So this is how we can use some basic formula to get some summary. So we want to get the sum of all the revenue or the profit or the sales, generally in finance, or maybe the quantity of this product sold. So those kind of things, if you want to do some there, if you want to look at the average number of products sold uh, every week, every month. So those kind of thing also we can calculate using these formulas. Min max also when we want to see the variations. So we may have a daily product sold for the last 1 month, and we want to see what was the minimum quantity, what was the maximum quantity, to understand the variations in the product. So there we do calculate those matrices as well. Other than this, so this is how we are using formulas, which is predefined there, some count, average, etc. But in general, for calculations, for adding a new columns also, we write some formulas. So for example, here if you see, we have 5 records. There are some customer id, order number, product, quantity, price, discount. Now if you want to calculate price after discount, so this discount percentage may change. Okay, so maybe for the next row, maybe after a month, if you are selling the same product A, we may give 5% discount, 2% discount, or 15 or 20% discount as well. So this discount percentage might change. The price might also change, but yeah, let's consider that the price is same. So we have to formulate this cell R in such a way that it is just taking reference of these two. So we won't do 29 minus 10% and put those values. So how we can do that? So it's equal to, again, we'll refer to this cell, and the price is this product of this price into 1 minus discount. So after applying the discount, whatever is the price, that is the actual price. That is the price on which someone is buying the product. So once we do that, we can enter and then we get this number. So it's $26 here. And again, just to drag this formula everywhere below, we can just select this second row, then we can select sixth row, but press the shift button, select the sixth row, and then you do Control D. So this formula will drag down till the last row, sixth row which you have selected, and the revenue becomes this quantity multiplied by this price after discount. And again, similarly, we can drag this. So now again, if you want to know what was the average price, so here again we'll use the same formula, average price for all the products which we have sold. Okay, so the average price is 34. What is the total revenue? Now for different actually uh, different columns, we'll look at different matrices. So we generally don't sum all those prices. So look at the average price for revenue, will sum the numbers. So total revenue is 588. And what was the discount offered? If we have to calculate that, then we'll have to just multiply these two, and then we can get that as well. So we'll look at that particular formula. It's a bit complex. We'll look at that particular formula later on. But total quantity sold, again, we'll sum this, and this is how we can get the total quantity sold. But yeah, total discount offer, if I have to mention, so my actual revenue could have been more. So actual revenue could have been without offer. My actual revenue could have been this price multiplied by this quantity. Okay, so actual revenue can be have been this, and if I just drag this, so total discount offered would be this minus this. Okay, so it's $81. So we have calculated it using this way, but actually we can do it using other complex formula as well. Some product will cover that in the later video. So I hope you'll found this video useful. Do like the video, subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.